It was fitting that Suns teammates Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton in the tournament would make it to the final of the NBA 2K Players Tournament, because leading up to this tournament, the Phoenix Suns organization had been all about 2K20. Since mid-match, the Suns have been presenting simulated regular season games through NBA 2K contests involving various athletes and luminaries controlling the teams. They were essentially the first sports team to attempt this after news was made public that the NBA season was going on pause. The Suns were suddenly at the forefront of content creation for not just the NBA, but all sports leagues that had delayed or cancelled their seasons. Multiple teams have followed suit, but the Suns were certainly leading the charge. The Suns put a great deal of thought into each matchup. For each regular season game simulation, there was typically a connection to the cities involved. Some were direct. Ty Jerome, who plays for the Suns, faced Josh Okogie, who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves, in their game. Former Arizona Cardinals safety and massive Phoenix Suns fan Tony Jefferson took control of the Suns and battled Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen, who played as the Clippers. A pair of former number 1 overall picks in the WNBA, Phoenix Mercury center and six-time All-Star Brittany Griner played the Suns against Seattle Storm point guard Jewell Loyd as the Jazz. Perhaps the most intertwined matchup of the regular season simulation stretch was when Suns player Mikal Bridges, who grew up in the Philadelphia area, controlled his team against the Philadelphia 76ers, controlled by Matisse Thybulle, who was born in the Phoenix area. Even content creators and esports players have participated, such as NBA 2K competitor Antonio F. Saldivar, and a battle of sneakerhead creators Kayaz Omar and Jacques Slade. It certainly would have been an easier lift for the Phoenix Suns digital department to simply find any athlete or content creator willing to participate, but clearly there was thought and care put into the selections for every game, which is not only appreciated by Suns fans and the audience watching but also noticed. It's been probably one of the biggest and most pleasant surprises of this strange period that we're in, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer for the Phoenix Suns Dean Stoyer told ESPN. Every week we had responses from other teams and leagues asking us how we've been so successful. Stoyer notes that much of the success came from giving the green light to a major project like this quickly. It was about 12 hours after the NBA announced the hiatus that the idea came to me from Senior Manager, Social Media Strategy Allison Harrisis and the social team. If I didn't have the trust in them and if I didn't know that they are hands down the best in the league, we wouldn't have moved as quickly as we did. Their instincts were right. We had to figure out a lot quickly. If we hesitated, if we waited, we wouldn't have been as successful. Viewership numbers overall have been seen as a resounding success by the Suns organization. The matchup between Ty Jerome and Josh Okogie, Suns vs Timberwolves, reached 3.1 million viewers on Twitter, while the Mikal Bridges vs Matisse Thybulle Suns vs 76ers tilt hit 2 million, as did Miami Dolphins defensive end Shaq Lawson as the Oklahoma City Thunder, facing Arizona Cardinals running back Chase Edmonds as the Suns. The Suns' Twitch account, which was created only a month ago, now sits at over 448,000 total views with just under 7,000 followers. There were several challenges along the way, with players' internet connection strength, equipment and availability as the biggest ones, all while following proper guidelines and protocol for safety against COVID-19. A lot of people didn't have capture cards to connect their consoles to their computers for streaming purposes, explained Harrisis to ESPN. That is key to making this happen. There were a lot of overnight packages through UPS and FedEx. The Suns would have had 2 games left on the regular season schedule, April 13 against Houston and the season finale on April 15 against the Lakers. As for whether or not similar content will continue throughout the summer, Harrisis noted that there are creative plans being worked on, but nothing is confirmed at this point. Stoyer said that there will certainly be opportunities for gaming content when the NBA returns. So, while Devin Booker can now call himself the king of NBA 2K among NBA players, the Phoenix Suns can also lay claim to the content championship crown among franchises in the NBA and perhaps all of sports. Source: ESPN.com.